with tech businesses, success or failure depends a lot on their beliefs and their paradigms. I find that a lot of tech businesses are have the right beliefs around what is needed to succeed, and a whole lot of startups and young tech businesses are like acting from the inside out space, which is like they are thinking more about their passions and their strengths, and not about what the market needs. So at the end of the day, success comes when we find out what is the gap in the market and align it to our strengths. So, like a lot of times, like if you take Sir Richard Branson, for example, he is a classic example of a successful tech entrepreneur. And the thing with him is that he always finds out what is the gap in the market, and the gap may not be very obvious. Like it is possible that like in the airline industry, for example, people found that most airlines were offering below average service, and Sir Richard Branson, he thought that like it is possible to have extraordinary service where everyone else is offering below average service, and that alone can be a differentiator. And he related it to his method, how his passion for doing business by creating an extraordinary experience. And then he basically won the airline race in Australia. I used to travel Virgin. I would think that, yeah, this is so much better than the customer experience I used to get somewhere else. A lot of startups behave when they come to investors, or when they go to reach out to get customers, key customers or partners. It's like they'll go and say, "Hi, I am Sam, and I have created XYZ technologies. And by the way, I am an engineer, technologist, and I've got about 20 years experience in this field, and my startup uses all the latest technologies, and we use like clever databases. That's why you should invest $500,000 now in my startup. In 1 year time, the technology will be ready. So what do you think, Mr. Investor? Like, do you want to invest in my startup? And let's say I am Joe, the investor, and I'm thinking like, hey, what did he say actually? It went over my head. He never talked anything about a product which is going to a market. And he never talked about who will be using his technology, and why is there a gap in that space, and how is he addressing that gap, and how is he making his IP such that it cannot be copied. So I have the security of risk mitigation, and I can invest in that company. Now, as an investor, I actually want to find companies that I can invest in. But Sam is really not giving me a chance. If I ask him a question, he goes back to the fact that he is a technologist and he went to this and this university and he is using his technologies. And that unfortunately is not enough for me to punt $500,000 uh, without even having a ready product. So it's like if the startups and technology businesses can flip what they are offering or articulating to their customers, partners, and investors in a way that they are tailored around the value add they're doing to the market and addressing that gap, then all of a sudden there's a strong demand for what they are talking about, and a number of investors will become interested in the product. So actually, a lot of Australian startups say that it's hard to get investment in Australia. The startup scenario is not good. The investors are not good. The investors are not willing to invest in them. But guys, this is absolutely not in your interest. You need to refine your approach. It's not just saying that, yeah, I told my idea is really good, but being able to articulate that idea in a way that is commercially attractive, and being able to show a market validation and a plan that will give confidence to the investor, and there really is where things will start changing for you. Thank you.